Look, choosing the wrong area is the fastest way to regret your move, even if you love the house. And I see this happen all the time. You find the perfect kitchen, the right layout, maybe even the right price. But a few months in, something feels off. The drive, the surroundings, the pace of life, and suddenly the house doesn't matter as much anymore. So instead of starting with homes, you need to start with how you actually want to live. Because once you get that right, the area becomes obvious. Let's simplify this. Most of Baton Rouge and surrounding areas really break down into 3 different types of living. And if you understand this, choosing where to live gets a whole lot easier. Number 1, close to everything living. This is your more central Baton Rouge lifestyle. You're closer to restaurants, shopping, LSU, hospitals, and just overall activity. You do have convenience. You've got shorter drives. There's always something going on nearby. But here's the trade-off. You're usually getting smaller lots, more traffic, older homes in many areas, and the pace just feels faster. So the question becomes, do you value convenience to give up peace and quiet? Because for a lot of people, that's worth it. You can get anywhere quickly. You're not spending your life in the car, and everything you need is right there. But if you're someone who wants peace, space, and a slower feel, this can start to wear on you over time. Quick question for you. Would you rather have everything close or feel a little more removed from it all? That answer matters more than you think. Number 2, balanced suburban living. This is where a lot of people end up. Areas like part of Ascension Parish, certain pockets around Baton Rouge. This is the middle ground. You're not right in the middle of everything, but you're not far out either. You typically get more space, newer homes, more consistent neighborhoods, and a slower, more predictable pace. This is where things feel more stable, good for families, good for routine, good for people who want a little bit more of everything without going all in one direction. But there's still a trade-off. You're driving more, you're planning your day a little bit more, you don't have that step outside and everything's there feeling. And for some people that matters. For others, it doesn't matter at all. You have to do whatever works for you. Number 3, space and privacy living. This is where things shift again. This is Livingston Parish, a more rural part, or areas where you're getting land, space, and separation. Here you're getting bigger lots, more privacy, quieter surroundings. It's a completely different pace of life overall. This is where things slow down. You got room to breathe. You're not dealing with as much traffic. It feels more removed from the big city. But the trade-off here is convenience. You're driving further for just about everything. Errands take longer. You're more intentional about leaving the house. And for some people, that's exactly what they want. For others, it becomes frustrating. So when you look at all 3, this isn't about which one is better. It's about which one fits for you and your lifestyle. Now, here's where most people go wrong. They start looking at houses in all 3 categories at the same time, and it creates confusion. Because one day you're looking at something close to the city, and the next day you're looking at something with land, and the next day you're somewhere in between, and nothing feels right. Not because the houses are wrong, but because the lifestyle isn't clear yet. So instead, flip the process. Before you look at a single home, decide which lifestyle you want. Would you rather be close to everything? Do you want balance? Or do you want space and privacy? Now, once you answer that question, you eliminate entire areas immediately. Everything will start to get easier. Look, let me give you a real example. If you know you hate driving, you probably shouldn't be looking in areas where everything is 20 to 30 minutes away, even if the house is amazing, because that frustration shows up every single day. On the flip side, if you value space, quiet, and privacy, being right in the middle of Baton Rouge might feel overwhelming long term, even if it's convenient. So here's something to think about. Fast forward 1 year after you move, what would bother you more? Too much traffic and noise, or too much driving and distance? That answer alone will point you in the right direction. Now I'm curious, which one are you leaning toward right now? Is it more convenience, more balance, or more space? Drop that in the comments, because once you figure that out, everything starts to fall into place. At the end of the day, The house matters, but the area determines your whole lifestyle. And your lifestyle is what you live and experience every single day. So don't rush that decision. Get clear on how you want your life to feel first, and then go find a house that matches that. If you're trying to figure out which areas around Baton Rouge actually fit what you're looking for, stick around. I'll break this stuff down in a simple way so you can make the right move without second guessing it later. Look in the description section. You can book a call with me, email me, call me, let me know how I can help. I love you all.
Packing my bags, headed for Baton Rouge.
Moving to Baton Rouge with Yellow Rose.
Helping you find your home in Baton Rouge.